Coming up, the unboxing and tour of my Royal Exclusiv Dreambox. So look what's coming down the driveway, a special delivery from FedEx. Yes, direct from Germany. The Royal Exclusiv Dreambox is being offloaded and it was dropped right on my lawn there. I'm going to uncrate it and put it on a hand truck and get it into the house. But yeah, that's as far as it was dropped off, and the FedEx guy took off, and then it was up to me to uncrate it. So I went into action with the drill and got the top pieces of plywood off, and I removed all the panels on the side and got it all ready to rock and roll. There she is. A lot of blue little styrofoam blocks to help cushion it during transport there from Germany. And yeah, well, those were great little toys there for my dog Wilson, so we played a little fetch, you know, why not? There we go. So I got the Dreambox on a hand truck and started going to the side yard. There goes Wilson again. And got the Dreambox into the house, and eventually got it into the sump room. There she is. So now what I like to do is just go through all the different features and options that I got on this Dreambox. So overall, this Dreambox is 74 gallons. It measures approximately 59 inches long by 24 inches wide and 14 inches tall. It is made of PVC and it is bulletproof. So let's start with the inlets on this Dreambox. As you can see, I've got some of them hard plumbed, and I'm going to talk about all the plumbing that I did on this Dreambox in a separate video. It's really involved. But what you can see here is I have 5 different inlets, and 2 of them are for the drains for the display tank, and 4 of these inlets are 1 1/2 inch, and the 5th one here is a 1 inch inlet. But the really cool thing is that, you know, you're not locked into the specific size of the fitting. They do come off pretty easily, and there are different fittings that come with the Dreambox, so you could just easily slide those different fittings in and out. Or you could use, you know, adapters. So for instance, on this one right here, this is a 1 inch inlet fitting, but I used an adapter to knock it down to 3/4 inch. So it's good to have that flexibility. A neat feature with these Dreamboxes is that they come with these cutout covers that you can easily take off and do your necessary maintenance. But the big thing here is that it really does cut down on the evaporation. So it's just nice to have it all sealed off and very accessible for maintenance. So it's really something that I like with these Dreamboxes in terms of these covers. Very cool. In terms of mechanical filtration, this Dreambox comes with 10 different filter socks. The first 3 are 800 micron filter socks, so they're grabbing the larger particles. Then the next 3 are 400 micron socks, and the last 4 are 200 micron socks. So very substantial mechanical filtration system in this Dreambox. In terms of the skimmer, I've got a Bubble King Double Cone 200. It's rated for systems up to 264 gallons. My tank is 225 gallons, and I really didn't want to get a oversized skimmer, because if you do have an oversized skimmer, then it's going to be skimming on an inconsistent basis, and that's not a good thing. So if you have a lot of fish in the tank and a heavy bioload with those fish, then yeah, you would want to step it up with a skimmer, but that's not really my plan. In terms of adjusting the water level inside the skimmer, it's really easy. It just turn this wedge pipe either clockwise or counterclockwise. In terms of cleaning, the top pops right off, and you could also unscrew the cup, which is nice. As for the feed pump, it's an RD3 Mini Speedy. It's 50 watt DC, and it's controllable. I also have 2 probe and dosing tube holders.
There are actually different places in the Dreambox that you can glue these in. You have to actually glue them in. They don't do them at the factory for you. So you have options in terms of where you can do that. I like the fact that it's glued in, so it's really rock solid. And you know, certainly there are some probe holders out there that you attach with magnets. And I've had, you know, some experiences with those where they could slip and move down, and that's certainly not a good thing. So it's nice to have something that's really permanent in there and nice and clean. So moving on to the next compartment of the Dreambox is where I've got my media reactor. I'm going to use this one for activated carbon. And a really cool part here is that you have the option to have these actually screwed into the bottom of the Dreambox. I think that's really neat. It's just going to really hold it well. It's not going to float around in there. You just unscrew it, and then you just would be able to unscrew the top to swap out your media. Really neat. Then there's some pipe works. So this is Pipeworks right here. It's got a valve on it, and that's all plumbed in to my return pump so I can adjust the flow with that. In the next part of the Dreambox, we've got this baffle right here, and that could be slid up or down by adjusting these screws. So that's pretty cool. You can adjust the water level in that part of the sump. Next up is a compartment for the heater. So this is where you could put a heater on here. In the next section of the Dreambox, in the last section, I've got 2 return pumps. They're Red Dragon 100 watt high pressure pumps. And I do like to have 2 return pumps in my systems just for redundancy and also to give me more pumping power. And I'll go through this in the plumbing video, but one of these pumps is going to serve a couple of different purposes. It's going to help in terms of doing water changes, and it's also going to feed a frag tank. So I do like to have 2 for those reasons, plus redundancy. In terms of fittings for the return pumps, I've got 2 of them. They're 1 1/4 inch, and I'm using 1 inch PVC piping, so I've got some adapters to knock down the 1 1/4 inch to 1 inch. This is the controller cockpit for the Dreambox, so this is where the 3 different controllers for the pumps are mounted. I like it a lot. Neatly organized, they're high and dry and easy access. Another feature I wanted to point out are the cable holders, so you can take the cables for the 3 different pumps and put them off to the side, store them nice and easily there. That's great. And last but not least is the LED lighting system inside this Dreambox, so you can actually see what you're doing. You can change the colors, and hey, check this feature out. The Dreambox can be the life of the party.
Anyway, many thanks for watching, and if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. One last thing, if you need help with a new tank build, including help designing a custom aquarium or help reconfiguring your current setup, then feel free to reach out to me. I will put a link in the video description below. And if you're looking to add some equipment, I do sell GHL, Pax Bellum, and Royal Exclusiv products, including Dreamboxes, which is the equipment I use and recommend. So again, I will put a link in the video description below. Again, thanks for watching. See you next time.